Well, let's welcome Infected back into the show. It's back on the hoist, and there's lots to be done to this thing. This entire car has never been up on the hoist yet. There's a lot of work that needs to be done to this thing. We got cross-drilled rotors on this. I did not know that. What my plan for today is the inner fenders out, the exhaust system off, the gas tank drained and taken out, and I don't know, see if there's anything else on the underside that needs to be done to this thing. I know it needs a belt, so we might go out and steal a belt off another car, or we might just purchase a couple online. I'm thinking about getting some AC Delete ones. Bet you they're pretty cheap. I'll check that out on Rock Auto tonight maybe, and maybe we'll buy some belts and have them shipped here. But lots to be done. Lots to be done. This car is actually still running on the factory gas tank, so not only are we going to have to disconnect the factory gas tank and drop it down, we're actually going to have to cut the lines off the motor and run our actual new fuel lines through the inside of the car. So that is another thing that has to be done to this car, because I can't run factory gas tank. At least I don't think I can. I don't really want to, so I don't want to. Let's get her up and get some more stuff done. This is my first time underneath this car, and really not overly that surprised. Flex pipe is all held together with looks like tin from ductwork. All of the hangers have basically been switched out with wire. We have a couple new pieces of exhaust that just have tech screws holding them in. We've got some expanded steel back here with a tech screw. Oh, that just got ripped out. We have a coat hanger back here. This is why people don't like buying stuff off Backyard Mechanics. And before you guys say it, I don't consider myself a backyard mechanic. I consider myself, I don't know, a guy that likes to screw up cars intentionally. I don't really work on people's cars, so I don't consider myself a mechanic. I'm not exactly sure, but taking apart cars like this is probably one of my most favorite things to do. I enjoy cutting everything out of a car. Other than smashing a car, I'm going to say taking it apart is probably my most favorite thing to do with them. I'm not really sure why I like taking cars apart so much. I think it's just because I can basically take them apart with hammers and pull shit out. I think that's why I really like them. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that one out, but I definitely enjoy smashing stuff. The next thing is going to be the gas tank. I don't know why, but Toyotas, they never seem to break any bolts when you take them apart. And I know I've said that before, but honestly, it never ceases to amaze me. When I took apart Fords and Dodges and, I don't know, even some Hondas, I gotta tell you that a lot of the bolts break. Especially up here in Canada, our roads are mean to cars. salt that gets put on the roads here in Ontario is quite mean, as in the fact is it pretty much kills all the cars in no time. So I've actually been pretty impressed with almost every Toyota I've got, that the amount of bolts have come out of it. Even Project Nukem was a pretty rusty car, and no bolt broke. A couple fender bolts broke, but other than that, nothing like important broke. I was pretty impressed. I was really pretty impressed. Well, let's let this gas drain, and I guess we'll move on to something else. Thought there'd be a lot more fuel in there than that, but I guess not. Cut through all these hoses. What a shit show! Well, that came out pretty fast. Let's do a little bit of cleanup now. With the gas tank out, we can start by taking out these inner fenders. Because this car has been built completely on the ground so far, I haven't really got a chance to get any of this stuff out yet, so let's see what's hiding right here, if there's any big rot. Oh, cut that right in. A little soft up here, but honestly not too bad. I thought it'd be, actually this is about what I was expecting behind here, to be honest. This is about what I was expecting. Not too bad. Not gonna argue. One of the next things we have to do is get the fuel line on. So, that's all I need to do. Just a quick cut, quick zip cut. Just bring this fuel line up, and now we're ready to hook our fuel line to it. Now we gotta go find a piece of fuel line that we can run through here. Maybe I might bring that back a bit. I like that a lot better. Just loop the fuel line right through where I took the heater hose out, and then that way it brings the fuel line connections right inside. Oh, I like that a lot more. I think I'm going to start doing that on these newer models. That makes that a lot easier. I don't even have to connect the fuel line underneath the hood anymore. It's all done from the inside. I thought there was a lot more to do to this car than I guess what there actually was left to do to this car. If that makes any sense. I knew that it had factory gas tank in it, and I knew that I had to run new fuel lines and that kind of stuff, but honestly I thought this car needed a lot more than what it needed. It took me maybe an hour to cut the gas tank out, cut the exhaust off, run the new fuel lines, put some seat belts in the back end. Basically, I thought it'd be a couple days it'd be on this side here, but I'm just going through now and checking all my things that I've done, like putting some electrical tape on some spots that I know need electrical tape. I'm going to look tonight on Rock Auto for a new alternator belt. Still have to wire up these fans. There's still little things to do here and there, but realistically, this car's doing pretty good. Oh, I got to fix these wires here to the ignition coil. I forgot about those as well, so that will take me a little bit of time. But not a whole lot left to do on this thing. It's idling a little bit high, but I'm not really sure why that is. Maybe it's just in cold mode, or I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll look into it. Does this thing even have water in it? It's got coolant in it, so I still have to drain that out, but I'll probably wait till the spring to do that. I tried putting some Cavalier serpentine belts onto it for the Ecotex and the 2.2 liters non-Ecotex, but they're not the right length, so that's pretty much out the window. One of the things I do have left to do on this now that I'm looking at it is actually cut the rear brakes to the back and cap those off. And then put our threaded rod in the front and figure out what I can do otherwise other than that. But this car is actually in some pretty good shape for the Derby being as far away as it is. We might be going back to Newcomb a little bit earlier than what I was thinking because this car is pretty much done. Like I said, I'll go look on Rock Auto tonight and maybe order some more parts. And if you guys have not noticed, over there, let's see if I can find it with my finger, right there. I've had those 3 Rock Auto boxes sitting over there for probably, well, I'm going to say 3 months now. They came in before Fall Brawl, and I still haven't opened them. I'm actually starting to forget what's inside of them, so I know there's some goodies, but maybe with the next order, I will open them up and we can discuss all the stuff I bought for these touted cameras. I forgot I do have to run the main power for the alternator still, too. I did forget that. Is there another car I can steal it off of? Yes. Well, thank you very much, guys, for watching today's episode. If you have any comments or anything that you want to see on in Project Infected, please let me know. And hopefully I can get it done if it fits in what I'm thinking that needs to be done to the car. But not a whole lot left to do, so we might have to get a different car in here or switch to Newcomb again. So, oh well. Take care, guys, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.